Welcome to the Gaze into Cinema YouTube channel. Journey of life, a voyage through time, experiences, and discoveries. The excursion of life is an enamoring and steadily unfurling experience, loaded up with startling turns, and phenomenal encounters. It is a consistent course of learning, development, and change, where we develop from the second we take our most memorable breath until the last second we shut our eyes. Our life's process is an embroidery woven with strings of different encounters, each adding to the rich texture of our being. From the euphoric snapshots of giggling and festivity to the difficult seasons of despair and misfortune, each experience shapes our viewpoint, expands our perspectives, and molds us into the people we become. The initial steps, leaving on the experience of life. Our process starts with the main cry of an infant, a snapshot of unadulterated bliss and expectation. As newborn children, we set out on a universe of disclosure, investigating our environmental elements with wide look at wonder and an unquenchable interest. We figure out how to creep, to stroll, to talk, and to interface with our general surroundings, establishing the groundwork for our future encounters. The early stages, molding ourselves through encounters. As we develop into youth and pre-adulthood, our process go on with a flood of new encounters, companionships, and difficulties. We face scholastic pursuits, social collaborations, and the investigation of our own interests. These early stages shape our characters, shape our qualities, and lay the basis for our future objectives and yearnings. The intersection of adulthood, exploring the maze of life. Adulthood presents a bunch of decisions, potential open doors, and obligations. We explore the intricacies of professions, connections, and self-awareness, endeavoring to offset our desires with the requests of day-to-day existence. This period is much of the time set apart by huge achievements, like seeking after advanced education, laying out our vocations, and beginning families. The mission for reason and significance, revealing our novel jobs on the planet. All through our excursion, we try to comprehend our motivation throughout everyday life, endeavoring to find the extraordinary commitments we can make to the world. We might participate in significant work, seek after imaginative undertakings, or commit our chance to causes that reverberate with our qualities. This journey for reason gives an internal compass, satisfaction, and association with an option that could be bigger than ourselves. Conquering difficulties and embracing flexibility. The excursion of life isn't without its difficulties and snags. We experience misfortunes, disappointments, and snapshots of misfortune, testing our flexibility and molding our personality. It is through these preliminaries that we figure out how to adjust, drive forward, and arise more grounded, smarter, and more empathetic people. The meaning of connections, the embroidered artwork of human association. Our process is joined with the strings of connections. We structure associations with family, companions, friends and family, and tutors, each adding to our lives in significant ways. These connections offer help, solace, and motivation, molding our viewpoints and advancing our encounters. The excellence of variety, embracing the mosaic of life. Our general surroundings is a dynamic embroidery of different societies, customs, and viewpoints. Our excursion of life is advanced by embracing this variety, gaining from various perspectives, and valuing the lavishness of human encounters. We open ourselves to additional opportunities, expand our viewpoints, and develop sympathy for other people. The endowment of reflection, stopping to see the value in the occasions. As we explore the excursion of life, it is fundamental for stop and ponder the minutes that shape our reality. We can love the recollections of bliss and giggling, gain from the illustrations of difficulties, and offer thanks for the favors we have gotten. This reflection permits us to see the value in the excellence and meaning of our singular processes. The inheritance we abandon, engraving our imprint on the world. The inheritance we leave behind isn't characterized by material belongings or brief accomplishments. It is the effect we have on others, the consideration we have shown, and the adoration we have shared. The excursion of life is tied in with having a beneficial outcome on the planet, departing at a preferable spot over we track down it. Embracing the excursion, carrying on with an existence of direction and satisfaction. As we proceed with our excursion through life, it is urgent to effectively search out encounters that bring us reason and satisfaction. This might include investigating new interests, seeking after significant work, or committing our chance to causes that reverberate with our qualities. By participating in exercises that line up with our qualities and interests, we develop a feeling of direction and contribute emphatically to our general surroundings. The force of appreciation, developing appreciation for the present. Amidst life's difficulties and desires, developing appreciation for the current moment is fundamental. By carving out opportunity to see the value in the basic delights, the strong connections, and the potential open doors that encompass us, we encourage a feeling of satisfaction and prosperity. Appreciation permits us to relish the wealth of our encounters and value the magnificence of our excursion. The significance of taking care of oneself, supporting ourselves for a significant life. Supporting our physical and mental prosperity is central to carrying on with a satisfying life. By focusing on taking care of oneself, we put resources into our capacity to explore the difficulties and delights of existence with strength and effortlessness. Taking care of oneself envelopes good dieting propensities, normal activity, sufficient rest, and practices that advance mental prosperity, like reflection or care. The quest for information, extending our points of view and viewpoints. All through our excursion, we have the amazing chance to extend our insight and points of view by participating in long-lasting learning. This quest for information can take different structures, from formal training to independent investigation. By consistently learning, we develop interest, challenge our presumptions, and widen how we might interpret our general surroundings. The magnificence of embracing change, adjusting and developing with life's advances. Life is a powerful interaction set apart by change and change. As we explore through various phases of life, from adolescence to adulthood, and starting with one relationship then onto the next, we experience advances that require variation and development. Embracing change permits us to see these advances as any open doors for learning and self-awareness, instead of impediments or mishaps. The endowment of sympathy, stretching out consideration and understanding to other people. Empathy is a strong excellence that empowers us to interface with others on a more profound level. By expanding graciousness, sympathy, and understanding to everyone around us, we cultivate positive connections, add to a more agreeable society, and improve our own lives all the while. The meaning of leaving a positive effect, making a tradition of importance. Our excursion through life reaches out past our singular encounters. We have the chance to leave a positive effect on our general surroundings, whether through our activities, our commitments to society, or the connections we sustain. By endeavoring to have a beneficial outcome, we make an inheritance that stretches out past our own lifetimes. Determination, an excursion of consistent development and change. The excursion of life is a constant course of development, change, and self-revelation. Through the large number of encounters we experience, we learn, advance, and shape ourselves into the people we are intended to be. By embracing the difficulties, commending the victories, and developing significant associations, we set out on an excursion of direction, satisfaction, and a tradition of positive effect on our general surroundings. Thanks you for watching next.